The fall of Johnny DiMera, Kate and Xander's master trap. Guys, we need to talk. We really need to talk about the week of January 26th through the 30th because the spoilers are screaming disaster for one specific DiMera. I'm talking about Johnny. The spoilers have dropped a bombshell. Johnny is walking straight into a buzzsaw set by none other than Xander Kyriakis and the legendary Kate Roberts Brady. And the bait? Bonnie Kyriakis's book. I have been analyzing the clips, reading the tea leaves, and looking at the history of these characters, and I have a bad feeling about this. This isn't just a prank, this looks like a calculated move to destabilize DiMera Enterprises. So, settle in, because I have about 1,000 theories on how this is going to go down, why Johnny is the perfect victim, and why Kate might just be the most dangerous woman in town right now. Let's break it down. 1. The unholy alliance Kate and Xander. First things first, let's look at the architects of this chaos, Xander and Kate. Now, on paper, do these two make sense as a team? Absolutely. They are both survivors. They are both ruthless when they feel backed into a corner. But think about the psychology here. Kate Roberts has been a DiMera, she's been a Kyriakis, she's been a Brady. She knows where all the bodies are buried because she usually helped dig the graves. I've been saying for months that Kate has been itching for a major power play. She hates being on the sidelines. And teaming up with Xander, that is pure opportunism. Xander has the muscle and the ambition, but Kate has the finesse. She knows how to twist a knife without anyone seeing the blade. Why are they targeting Johnny? That's the million-dollar question. My theory: they don't actually hate Johnny. I don't think this is personal in the sense that they want to hurt him physically. This is about DiMera Enterprises. Johnny is the weak link. He's the soft underbelly. EJ is too guarded. Chad is too suspicious. But Johnny has a dream. He wants to be a filmmaker. He wants to create art. And when you have a dreamer in a family of sharks, the sharks are going to eat. 2. The bait Bonnie's book. Now, let's talk about the mechanism of this trap. Bonnie Kyriakis's book. We know Bonnie isn't exactly a literary genius, but she is a chaos magnet. The spoilers say Kate has hatched a plan involving this book. Here is my deep dive theory on this. The movie writes. Think about it. Johnny is a producer. He is always looking for the next big project. What if Kate and Xander convince Johnny that Bonnie's book is the next Gone Girl? What if they inflate the value, manipulate the rights, or, and this is my dark horse theory, plant false information in the manuscript that Johnny then publishes or adapts, leading to a massive lawsuit against DiMera Enterprises? It makes perfect sense. Kate knows Johnny's ambition. She knows he wants to prove to EJ that he can bring value to the company outside of just corporate rating. If she dangles a shiny new IP intellectual property in front of him, Johnny is going to bite. He sees a movie, Kate sees a landmine. And let's be honest, Bonnie is likely an unwitting pawn here. I doubt she realizes her memoir is being weaponized. She's probably just flattered that Xander and Kate are taking an interest. That's the tragedy of it. Johnny thinks he's making a business deal. Bonnie thinks she's becoming a star. And Kate and Xander are just waiting to pull the rug out. 3. Analyzing the victim. Why Johnny? Let's get psychological for a second. Why is Johnny so susceptible to this? I love Johnny DiMera, I really do. He has the charm of his father, EJ, but he has the heart of, well, certainly not Sammy. He's a good guy. But in the world of Days of Our Lives, being a good guy usually means you are about to get crushed. Johnny has a complex about his family. He constantly wants to separate himself from the evil DiMera stereotype, yet he desperately seeks his father's approval. It's a toxic cycle. Xander and Kate are exploiting this specific insecurity. They aren't attacking his strength, they are attacking his desire for independence. If Johnny signs off on this deal for DiMera Enterprises, and it turns out the book contains libelous secrets, or the rights were stolen, or it bankrupts a division, it proves EJ right. It proves Johnny isn't cut out for the business. And that is devastating. I'm seeing a lot of fans in the forums saying, Johnny should know better. He's a DiMera. But guys, remember who raised him. He's impulsive. He's emotional. He's not a cold calculator like Stefan or EJ. He leads with his heart, and Kate is counting on that. It's actually heartbreaking when you view it from that lens. It's not just a business loss, it's a character assassination. 4. the corporate fallout. So, the spoilers mention this causes trouble for DiMera Enterprises. What does that look like? We are heading into the week of January 26th to 30th, and I predict we are going to see a stock drop or a public relations nightmare. If Johnny adapts a book that reveals, say, a Titan secret that turns out to be false, Titan could sue DiMera for millions. Xander, representing Titan, or just his own interests, could effectively drain DiMera resources through a lawsuit he orchestrated. It's a double cross. And imagine the scene with EJ. You know it's coming. EJ sitting behind that massive desk, staring daggers at Johnny. I told you so, Jonathan. That dynamic is going to be electric. This failure will likely push Johnny further away from the family business and maybe even strain his marriage to Chanel. If the company loses money, that affects everyone. Also, we have to consider the timing. Late January sweeps are coming. The writers are ramping up the tension. A corporate collapse or a major scandal is the perfect way to shake up the canvas. It shifts the power dynamics. Suddenly, DiMera isn't the predator, they are the prey. 5. My predictions and counter-arguments. Now, I know some of you are screaming at the screen, but wait. Chanel won't let this happen, or Paulina will intervene. Here is my counter-argument. I think Johnny is going to keep this a secret until it's too late. He wants this to be his win. He doesn't want Chanel's help, and he certainly doesn't want Paulina's advice. He wants to walk into the board meeting and say, "Look what I did." That pride is his downfall. However, I do have a wild theory for the resolution. What if the book actually does contain a real secret? A secret Kate forgot about. What if the trap backfires? Kate thinks she's planting a fake bomb, but Bonnie accidentally wrote a real one. That would be classic days. Xander and Kate might think they are playing Johnny, but the truth always comes out in Salem. I also wonder if this will lead to a temporary alliance between Johnny and an unlikely savior. Maybe Leo Stark? I know, but Leo knows the gossip. Leo knows the book. If Johnny gets desperate, he might turn to the one person who knows more about the dirt in Salem than Kate does. Historical context. Remember when Stefano used to manipulate his children to test them? This feels very similar, except the test is coming from outside the house. Kate is basically acting as a wicked stepmother figure here. It's Shakespearean, folks. Conclusion: the week ahead. So, to wrap this up, the week of January 26th is going to be explosive. We have Johnny walking into a trap, Kate pulling strings like a master puppeteer, and Xander smiling that wicked smile. DiMera Enterprises is in the crosshairs, and I don't think they see it coming. My advice? Keep your eyes on the paperwork. In days, the most dangerous weapon isn't a gun, it's a contract. Johnny is about to sign his life away, and I cannot wait to see how he or Ej digs his way out of this one. What do you guys think? Is Johnny too naive? Is Kate going too far? And what the heck is actually in Bonnie's book? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a spoiler breakdown. Until next time, keep watching.